For your Unit 1 Lesson 5 workbook pages, make sure that the first thing you do is put your name, first name, and last name on the name line, and make sure that you put the class code for your homeroom so that your teacher can sort this. So once you get your name and your homeroom on the top of your paper, you're ready to get started. This is Lesson 5. It's called Sentence Fragments. Let's look at the directions. A sentence must have a subject and a predicate and must express a complete thought. A group of words that does not have both a subject and a predicate is an incomplete sentence or sentence fragment. So, before we move on, remember, a sentence must have a subject and a predicate and express a complete thought. And a sentence fragment is a group of words that does not have both a subject and a predicate. That makes it an incomplete sentence or a sentence fragment. We have a few examples. So the truck, an old red one, is a sentence fragment or an incomplete sentence because it lacks a predicate. Slowly climb the steep hill is an incomplete sentence or a sentence fragment because it lacks a subject. And on the country road outside of town is an incomplete sentence or a sentence fragment because it lacks a subject and a predicate. Let's take a look at exercise 1. For exercise 1, it says to write sentence in the blank if the group of words is a sentence and write FRAG if it is a fragment. The first example, learned about bees, is a fragment because it doesn't have a subject. Let's start with the first one together. Geneticist Warwick Kerr studied honeybees. The sentence is about the geneticist Warwick Kerr, and what he did was he studied honeybees. So I have both a subject and a predicate for number 1, so it is a sentence. Number 2, at the University of Sao Paulo in Brazil. This sentence or sentence fragment seems to be lacking a few important things. I can't tell who or what the sentence is about, and I definitely can't tell what that person did or how that person is being. So this would be a fragment. Number 3, in 1965, he imported some African queen bees. So with this sentence, I can tell that it is about the person, he, and what he did was imported. So I have a subject and a predicate here, making it a sentence. Four, these bees had a savage reputation. So I can tell that the sentence is about the bees, and what those bees did was had a savage reputation. So this now becomes a sentence rather than a fragment because I have both my subject and my predicate. Let's do number 5 together as well. 5, attacked animals and people without warning. I can't tell who or what did the attacking, So I know it's lacking a subject, but because I have the verb attacked, I do have a predicate. Because it's lacking a predicate, I know that it's a fragment. On your own, please complete 6 through 16. Let's take a look at exercise 2. Exercise 2 is a little bit more difficult. It says, write an S in the blank if the fragment lacks a subject, and P if it lacks a predicate. If the sentence is complete, write sentence. So this means that there are 3 different possibilities for every question. So let's take a look at a few. Starting with the example, honeybees, bigger wasps, and red ants. I can tell that this is supposed to be about the bees, the wasps, and the ants, but I can't tell what they did or how they're being. So it seems that it's lacking a predicate, so I write P on the blank. Number 1, live together in colonies. Well, I know it has a verb, live, so that's the predicate, but I don't know who or what did the living, so it's lacking a subject. 2, did you know that a colony may contain thousands of insects? So for this sentence, it's about a colony, and what that colony does is contain thousands of insects. So I have my subject, which is the colony, and my predicate, which tells me what the colony did and it contained. So in this case, I know for sure that I have a sentence. 3, one queen. Well, I can tell it's about a queen, but it doesn't tell me what she did or what she has. So that tells me that it's lacking a predicate. 4, produce all the eggs. Produce is a verb, so I know I have a predicate, but I don't know who or what produced all the eggs, so I'm lacking a subject for my sentence. 5, a special room or cell for the queen. I know it's about that special room, but I don't know what that room did or how it's being, so I'm lacking a predicate here. Please complete 6 through 14 on your own. The last question is writing link. It says, write 4 complete sentences containing both a subject and a predicate. For each of your sentences, I would like you to number your sentence. So for sentence number 1, an example might be, my dog is asleep, because that's what's going on right now while I'm making this video. So my subject is my dog, and what he's doing is sleeping. So my subject is dog, that is the noun, and my predicate is, that is my verb. So what I would need to do now is put 2 on the next line and continue by writing my second, third, and fourth sentence.